All right, one of the fun things, Michael Knowles has been on our show on several occasions. He's with the Daily Wire. Great guy, very smart. He was in a debate with a pro-abortion activist, and it's kind of a almost hilarious piece to watch this dialogue as his female abortion activist is trying to convince him that men can get pregnant.
Well, do you know what the leading cause of death for pregnant people is?
Pregnant people?
Mm-hmm.
Mothers? Women?
If you'd like to call them mothers, not all of them are mothers, but if you'd like to call them that.
What are they if they're not mothers?
They're pregnant people.
What people other than mothers are pregnant?
Does it bother you to use inclusive language?
Well,
It's just interesting
I
because-
prefer to use precise language.
Yeah, I prefer we all use precise language. They're not mothers, they're pregnant people, and that would make them mothers. No, that's not inclusive enough. Well, what else is there?
Unless you'd like to call them that.
I just want one person. These leftists who say, we just got to follow the science, follow the science. All right, let's follow your science. Let me ask you something. Can you just produce one moment in all of human history where a male gave birth? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Show me this. That's science. So if that's something that has ever happened, much less happens regularly, then there's no such thing as a male giving birth. So it'd be a mother, which would be a female. And a pregnant person is a female. Not all females are pregnant people. But there is no such thing as a male being a pregnant person.
Yes.
It just doesn't work. Later on in the same exchange, Michael Knowles explains, since the leftists always like to talk about how they identify in a certain way, he's, I think, spot on and kind of affirms something I've been saying for a long time. If you need to be something, just identify that way. Let's watch.
I would
Yes.
like to identify, I do identify actually, as the correct person on this issue of abortion. I identify as being correct and more correct than you on this issue. And I would just ask that you accept and affirm my identity. Do you?
Well, you are not a medical professional, and abortion and pregnancy
No, I'm just
is a
talking about my
medical
identity.
concern. That's not your identity.
That is my identity. I promise you that's my identity.
I love that. I mean, if we're going to play this game, let's all play. And, you know, I've thought about, I would never do this because there might be somebody who actually needs the parking spot, but I thought about just pulling into the spot right next to the door of the store that I'm going into, the handicap spot. If somebody says, you know, I identify as handicapped. I'm not really, but I identify that way, therefore I am. Yes. Or, you know, if the men's bathroom is several steps further than the ladies, I can just walk in. Identify as a female because I need to go real bad and I don't think I can make 10 more steps. So here I am. How I identify. That's just nonsense.
Yes, absolutely.
This is crazy stuff. That's why, you know, I think we ridicule people who make these ridiculous statements about I identify as. And I love the way Michael Knowles handled it.
Yeah,
He just
that was
really,
beautiful.
he nailed it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I hope you will now. The button is just below this video, and there's a little bell next to it. If you click on those, YouTube will reluctantly start letting you know when we've got a new video uploaded.